Hello students, welcome to the maths class. Today in this video I am going to explain chapter number 5 quadratic equations, exercise 5a and 5b. Means I am going to solve some questions of exercise 5a and some questions of exercise 5b. Basic concept for these two exercises, or I can say for this chapter, I explained in my previous videos, but that time exercise questions I did not take. So in this video I am going to take exercise questions, so you see the solution of exercise questions. Basic concept one more time I am telling to you. What is the basic concept? You see here, I told you the equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 is called quadratic equation because its degree is 2. It is the equation in which highest power of variable is 2, that is called degree. Highest power of variable is called degree. So degree of this equation is 2. So that's why it is a quadratic equation. It is the standard form of a quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, c are real numbers. A, B, C are real numbers and a cannot be 0. A cannot equal to 0. So you have to keep in the mind, any equation which is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 will be called as a quadratic equation. Any equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation, where a, b, c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Now some questions I will take. You can see exercise 5a, it is written in front of you. You can see, find which of the following equations are quadratic. Many parts are there in first question. Only 5 questions are there in this exercise. So first question, many parts are there. Sixth part I am taking. I think 6 parts are there. So sixth part I am taking. It is given x minus 1 whole square plus x plus 2 whole square plus 3 into x plus 1 equals 0. You have to tell this given equation is quadratic or not. Okay. So solution you see. In the solution, first you write the given equation. Now first term you see x minus 1 whole square. So you expand the identity a minus b whole square. According to that identity, it will come x square plus 1 minus 2x. You know very well. Plus x plus 2 whole square, you expand the identity a plus b whole square. According to that identity, x square plus 4x plus 4 plus 4x. X square plus 4 plus 4x. Now third term you multiply inside the bracket by 3. 3x plus 3 equals 0. Now you can see x square and x square, 2x square, 4x plus 3x, 7x minus 2x, 5 plus 5x, it is coming plus 5x, 1 plus 4, 5 plus 3, 8 plus 8 is equal to 0. So you can see 2x square plus 5x plus 8 equals 0 after simplification, which is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. You can see here, in place of a 2 is written, in place of b 5 is written, in place of c 8 is written. So it is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. So that's why it is a quadratic equation. Given equation is a quadratic equation. You can see here I have written given equation is a quadratic equation. Now second question you see. In second question, is x equals 5 a solution of equation x square minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Now you have to tell x equals 5 is a solution of the given equation or not. What was the method for this? What I explained in my videos. I explained you put the value of x in the given equation. If this value of x satisfies the given equation, then it is a solution, otherwise it is not a solution. So I have written here, you can see, for x equals 5 LHS. In LHS I have put the value, you can see here, 5 square minus 2 into 5 minus 15. In place of x I have put 5. X equals 5. 5 square 25, 2 into 5 10 minus 15. So 25 minus 25 is equal to 0, which is RHS. So you have seen here, by putting the value in LHS you are getting RHS. It means that this value of x is satisfying the given equation. So it means that x equals 5 is a solution of the given equation. 100% it is a solution of the given equation. Now next question you can see. Question number 5. If if 3 and minus 3 are the solutions. If 3 and minus 3 are the solutions of equation ax square plus bx minus 9 equals 0, find the values of a and b. Now they are not saying you tell it is the solution or not. Now they are saying yes, these are the solutions. 3 and minus 3 are the solutions of the given equation. It means that these values of x will satisfy the given equation. Now we don't have to check they are satisfying the given equation or not. Directly they will satisfy, because they are saying yes, they are the solutions. So that's why I have written in the solution, you can see, for x equals 3, a into 3 square plus b into 3 minus 9 equals 0. In the given equation, in place of x, I am putting the value x equals 3. So 9a plus 3b equals 9. 3a plus b, divide both the sides by 3. 3a plus b equals 3. It is the first equation. So because it is satisfying the given equation, because it is a solution. In the same way, second value you see, x equals minus 3. Now this time you put x equals minus 3 in the same given equation. So a into minus 3 whole square plus b into minus 3 minus 9 equals 0. 9a minus 3b equals 9. 3a minus b equals 3. Dividing both the sides by 3. Now two equations you are getting. You can see here, I will show you. 3a plus b equals 3. 3a minus b equals 3. Now when you add these two equations, so b will cancel. You can see b will cancel. So what will remain? That's why I have written, adding 1 and 2 we get 6a equals 6, a equals 1. So now this value of a you can put in first equation. From 1, 3 into 1 plus b equals 3. b equals 3 minus 3 equals 0. So a equals 1, b equals 0. These are the values of a and b. So there were only 5 questions in exercise 5a. And this was the last question which I took. So 3 questions I have taken. Remaining parts easily, very easily you can do. Now you see exercise 5b. What was the concept of 5b? One more time I am telling to you. You have to tell nature of the roots of the given quadratic equation. I told you, if ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 is the given quadratic equation where a, b, c are real numbers, then two values of x will come after solving every quadratic equation. Every quadratic equation gives the two values of variable. I told you the reason, because degree of the quadratic equation is 2, highest power of variable is 2. So that's why two values of variable will come for every quadratic equation. Now what will be the nature of these values you have to tell. What will be the nature of these values? Nature means these values of x will be real or not real. If they are real, then these values will be equal or not equal. Equal or unequal, we can say. If values are real, then they may be equal and they may be unequal. You have to keep in the mind. If values are real, they may be equal, they may be unequal. Or second case will be there, values are not real. So in this way, you are having three cases. First, real and equal. Second, real and unequal. Real and unequal. And third, not real. These three cases will be there. How can we recognize the given quadratic equation is having real and equal roots, or real and unequal roots, or not real roots? So for this I told you one term, discriminant. Discriminant b square minus 4ac. You will calculate this d, discriminant b square minus 4ac, with the help of b square minus 4ac. ABC are the coefficients of x square, x and constant terms in the given quadratic equation. I told you ABC are real numbers. So these ABC are those ABC given in the quadratic equation. A is the coefficient of x square, B is the coefficient of x, C is constant term, and they all are with the sign you have to take. Means coefficient of x square with sign. If it is negative, then with negative sign you will take. Coefficient of x, if it is negative, then with negative sign. If it is positive, then with positive sign. In the same way, constant term, if it is positive, then positively you will take. If it is negative, then negatively you will take. So b square minus 4ac, here BAC value you will put, and you will see which type of D you are getting. Which type of D means three values of D you may get. D equals 0, D is greater than 0, or D is less than 0. Three values you may get. If D is less than 0, so not real root. Not, again I am writing, D is less than 0, not real root. Roots are not real. If D is greater than 0, then real and unequal roots. Real and unequal roots. If D is equal to 0, then real and equal roots. So you have to keep in the mind value of D by using b square minus 4ac. You will find if it is less than 0, then roots are not real, imaginary roots are there. If it is greater than 0, then roots are real and unequal. If it is equal to 0, roots are real and equal. Now some parts I am taking, you can see here. First question, without solving, comment upon the nature of the roots of each of the following equations. Two parts I am taking, fourth and fifth part. So in fourth part you can see solution. It is the given quadratic equation x square plus 2 root 3x minus 9 equals 0. So first of all, you make the comparison of the given quadratic equation with ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 and find the value of abc. In place of a in the given equation 1 is there. In place of b 2 root 3 is there. You can see in place of c minus 9 is there with the sign I told you. So in place of a 1 is there, coefficient of x square 1, coefficient of x 2 root 3, constant term minus 9. Now you find d equals b square minus 4ac, value of b, value of a, value of c you have put. By solving you are getting 48, which is greater than 0. If d is greater than 0, then I told you roots are real and unequal. First part over. Sorry, fourth part over. Fifth part, x square minus ax minus b square equals 0. It is the given quadratic equation this time. I have written capital A equals 1, capital B equals minus a, capital C equals minus b square. In place of small abc, I have taken capital ABC. What is the reason behind it? Because Small ab already they are given in the question, so you will confuse. So there should not be any confusion. If AB, small ab, ABC are given in the question, then in place of small abc, you can use capital ABC in the formula. In the formula, you can use capital ABC. So now coefficient of x square 1, coefficient of x is minus a, constant term is minus b square. So discriminant you can see b square minus 4ac I have written. Now you can see b square means minus a whole square, minus 4 into a is 1, c is minus b square. After solving you are getting a square plus 4b square. Now I have written is greater than or equal to 0. Now you may confuse why it is greater than or equal to 0. Beta, you can put any values of a and b, then you will always get a positive number or 0. Now when you will get positive number, when you will get 0, I have written here for all values of a and b belongs to real number. So suppose you put a and b negative numbers. So due to the square, a square and b square is given. So due to this square, that negative value will become positive. Suppose you are taking a equals minus 2, b equals minus 3. So minus 2 square, it will become plus 4. Minus 3 square, it will become plus 9. So it will become 4 plus 4 into 9. So 4 plus 4 into 9, one positive value you will get. So in the same way, if you put values of a and b, any positive number or any negative number, always you will get a positive number. Now when you will get 0, if a and b both are 0, and according to given equation a and b both can be 0. According to given equation, both can be 0 because coefficient of x square is 1. So a and b can be put as 0. So if a and b both are 0, then it will be a square plus 4b square will be 0. So that's why I have written here a square plus 4b square. It may be greater than 0 or it may be equal to 0. So for all values of a and b belongs to real number. So d is greater than equal to 0. So in this case you will write only roots are real, because if it is greater than 0, then roots are real and unequal, and if it is equal to 0, then roots are real and equal. So here in this case roots are real and unequal or real and equal. So to avoid this long statement, you can write roots are real. So but in your answer sheet it is given d is greater than 0 only. So you write like this, as I am telling to you, d is greater than equal to 0, roots are real and roots are real only. Next question you can see. Fourth question. Find the value of m if following equation has equal roots. Now you see students, whatever equation is given, its roots are equal. It is said already in the question. When roots are equal, it means that d equals 0 you can take. D means discriminant equals 0 can be taken. So here you can see I have written given equation, roots are equal, d equals 0, and d means b square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4ac equals 0. Now what is b? You can see this is the value of b, minus 5 plus m whole square minus 4 into value of a m minus 2, value of c 16. Now square of a negative number is positive, so that's why I have written minus 5 bracket start 5 plus m whole square equals 5 plus m whole square. Negative sign, due to this square it will become positive. Now 16 4 is 64, m minus 2. Now open a plus b identity, a plus b whole square identity, 25 plus m square plus 10m minus 64m plus 128 equals 0. Now you can see you can see here m square minus 54m plus 153 equals 0 after simplifying. So factorize it. M square 153 factor, what will come? 3 into 51. 3 plus 51, 54. Middle term is coming 54 by adding, because product is positive. 153 is positive. So by adding you have to bring 54 and product should be 153. So 3 into 51, product is 153 and their sum is 54. So that's why I have written m square minus 51m minus 3m plus 153 equals 0. In first two term m is common, m minus 51 inside the bracket. In last two term minus 3 is common, m minus 51 inside the bracket it will remain. Now m minus 51 is common, second bracket will be m minus 3. So m equals, m minus 3 equals 0, m equals 3. It is minus 3, so it will become plus 3. It is minus 51, so it will become 51. So m minus 51 means m equals 51, m minus 3 equals 0 means m equals 3. So values of m 3 and 51. So only 4-5 questions are there in 5b exercise also. So these were the questions of 5a and 5b. One more time, again I told you the concept of both the exercise, and I took some questions from exercise 5a and 5b. Remaining very few questions are remaining in the exercises. You can do very easily these questions. If you have any doubt, then you can ask. I will tell you, I will clear your doubts. So thank you and have a nice day.